Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I am Jewel and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. We're going to go ahead and get started and do some more field work and maybe mold the ground a little more. We still have to mold this later. Some of it we're not going to mold, some of it we're just painting out. We're getting everything kind of organized how we want it. There's going to be like little trails back here later. I don't know how far I'm going to go with the fields. I might come on down, but if I do, I may have to adjust some of the ground. I don't know, this ground looks pretty decent right there for the most part. I could do something with a field there pretty much. I mean, let's see. Not too bad. We definitely want to leave it where we can get down there because we're going to make road. We may make this road closer over here, obviously. Let's go ahead and do that. But anyway, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on your notification bell if you want to know when I post. And we are going to go ahead and probably paint. We're going to put this on the square brush. If you're new to map making, you can look at my channel. I have tutorials on how to do a lot of this stuff. Most of the stuff, there's only a few types of things I hadn't shown for the most part, but you can look and there's a lot you can do. You can hit Control R over the top of this dirt and it will grab this right here. If it was concrete and you held it over it and hit Control R as in Richard, it would grab that concrete type of texture and you could use it, or you can come to this right here and click on whichever one you want. Texture layer, in the texture layer painting under the terrain editing. If you don't know how to get terrain editing, click window and then click terrain editing and it'll pop up. You can get scene graph right there. Click that one. Attributes is over here. User attributes is down at the bottom, or actually it's over here. And then of course we have the material editing open. I usually don't have the rest of it open, but there you go. That's for the new people. And as you watch, sometimes I say the little things you need to do, even though I'm not doing a tutorial at this point on it, or at least not right now. I'm going to be doing some more in 25. Just a refresher for the beginners that come to 25. Let's see what we got here. This will all be adjusted, obviously. In fact, I might go ahead and smooth it down. We're going to click on the sculpt mode and we're going to click the right mouse button over the top of it. First we're going to roll up to the top to see how these are. We're going to bring them all the way up right here, and it just makes it go quicker. And it has different values, like, or different, one's harder. One is for like the opacity, for like you see how dark that dirt is right there? Well, if you want it to be faded looking, then you would use it, the opacity, on different things. I mean, I have a tutorial, so you can check that one. I may not have covered every single thing, but there was two different tutorials, so one of them's gonna have more information, I think, than the other. But just check out the playlist, and you can watch a lot of tutorials and learn how to map make. Alright, now I'm not perfect, don't claim to be, so, but I do show you whatever I can. Alrighty, let's see. So we're not finished with the road, I just wanted it a little lower. Obviously we'll level it out properly, but at least we got it to a reasonable level. So what I'm thinking is we'll put a house probably, should we put the house further over? Let me see. That's a really big hill. Really big hill. I mean, I don't mind the hill. I'm just hoping we can get the vehicles up, but we'll test it in game later on. Let me think. Where would I want the house? Do we want the house over here? Not really. I'd rather have the house by the road more. Maybe right here. But then we got this slope, and I might lower this hill just a little bit. How about we put a house right here? We'll click on here. We're just going to roll down to the concrete. We're going to roll this down just a little. This is just to show like, hey, there's going to be a house, you know, till we put one. That's all. That's just temporary till we stick a house there. It won't be painted concrete anymore. Alright, and then hopefully that's not too close to the road, but we'll see. Alright, so what we're going to do is back up and make this hill go down just a little bit more. Right there. We're going to go really big too, to try to get it nice and even. I don't mind the hill, but it's just super duper steep. And at this point, we got enough hills. I want to try to make it where I can not have quite the hill. There we go. That's a lot better. So now when I do the fill, it won't be so bad that you couldn't do it. And some of it we'll have to adjust later anyway. Alright, let's try to make a fill now. This will have to be squared up, obviously. But let's see about making a field. We might make a couple different fields. I have an idea. Let's roll this down with the scroll wheel. Let's hit Control R as in Richard. And now we're going to paint. Let's see. I want to leave a little room, see, between here for like them turning around the tractors and stuff. So I'm going to try to give this as extra grass area here. So I'm not going to start my field over here until like way over here. So we're going to put it here like so. And we'll go over just a little, but not too much. And we may back off a little if it's too close. We'll have to test it. It could be too close. And we're just going to bring this up. And we might be a little close to the house, and if we are, we can back off. It's not that big a deal. We're just putting the basic shape. We'll look at it in game, and then if we like it, we'll keep it, and we'll go with it. Alright. Some of it gets a little hard to do right there. Alright, let's move up where we can get it squared up a little better. Okay, so that one didn't quite square up. Alright, let's see if we can't do it. It's wanting to be a pain right here. Okay, we're just going to grab some of this and go like this because it's being a pain. There. And we're going to do the same over here because it's really just not cooperating. And I don't care about that side because that's just a house or an example of a house. if that's a house, boy, we're in trouble. Just a concrete slab's our house. Just throw a 10 on it. Alright, so there we go. We're going to go over here and fix this. Alright. We'll have to look at it in game as well just to see. Now see how that hill is? We're probably going to stretch this on out some more. Because it doesn't seem to flow just right with this hill. And that's the thing I got to think about. What I might do, if I can get out of this hole. There we go. Just trying to decide how I want to do this. Yeah, that's a little too far. Let's back that off. Alright, let's just knock some of this back so it makes a little bit more sense. Kind of make it halfway. Right about there. Let's fix this. We don't care where that is because we know we're going to put the house there, so it's not important. Alright, so now that'll give us enough room because we're going to be leveling the road out. That'll give us enough room to take care of the road, and we're just going to push it on up there like this. We'll fix any imperfections as we go. I'm just hitting Control R as in Richard on the green, which is grass or the grass texture. It's really not grass growing or nothing, but you get the point. There will be. Alright, so let's move on down. We may even make it. Let me see. Trying to decide how I want this because of this hill. We might even do a point on this and not have it go up that much of that hill. Unless we make the hill come further over so it makes sense. Let's do that. Hit Control R to grab the coordinates, have this on replace right here. When I hit Control R, it put this number in there. And now the ground's going to come up to here. Now we're going to have to smooth it. And we're not going to go all, we're not going to go all the way with it. We're going to go past the road because we're going to be slanting it. We're going to smooth it and everything. We'll situate it, don't worry. Alright, we'll go past it just a little. And there. Alright, now we're going to hit smooth. And we're going to make it go over here. Smooth it right down. Now we're going to do that over here. So now it's a build that goes up a hill and it don't feel like it's up one half of the hill. Kind of didn't, I don't feel like it had enough there to really feel like it was going to do right. And we may have to adjust this road better over here later. I'm just trying to get it basically situated. We'll have to fix all that too. But we're not worried about that. I still got to drop this down. Alright. So see, now the house is here. Then when you go up the hill. See? And you have to go up and then you get to here and then you'll turn around. Or you can go that way. However you need to do it. So when you come in here, that's what it'll look like. So we'll do that. We're going to do this. Try to square it up just a little bit. It's always difficult to get that to go where you want it. You could do one fell swoop and just it depends on the shape of your field, really. There we go. I don't think this one's messed up, but kind of looks like a little speck hanging out there. It is. Of course it is. Well, we'll take care of you. Make sure we're on the right thing. And there we go. And then you need to hit save every now and again and just let it do its thing. Takes a second sometimes. And let it spin, let it work. Once it's done, you can move about. Alright, and we may be too close to there. If we are, we'll cut it down to about half of that. Whatever we gotta do. If we're too close, we're too close. It looks like I went way too far. We're gonna have to fix that. It was an accident. Alright, so we're going to grab the ground at this level now. And put this down. We'll smooth it in just a second. We're going to grab the level here. Well, let's grab it over here. Because apparently we went way too low. That's kind of weird. how some of it's not that low there, but it is there. It's kind of weird. There we go. We'll fix it. Alright, get this side back down. It's an odd situation going on here. We're going to smooth it out really nicely. Hopefully. We got to fix all that stuff anyway. So we're going to smooth it down as good as we can. Alright. I think that'll be okay. Perfect. If it's too steep, we can always lower it. It's not that big a deal. And I think I might even leave this area here. We may even extend this wooded area. I don't know. Hadn't decided yet. We'll see. We might put a farm there. Really depends on the ground. Let's look at it. Oh, ain't too bad, is it? We could put a farm there. Put the house right here. And then it's next to all the woods. Let's do that. Let's grab the concrete if we can. Control R as in Richard. Bring this down. Tap it here. Control R to grab the forest. We're going to surround this part with the forest, because that's what's going to be going on right there. Grab the dirt for the field. And we can put a field in over here. Like I say, we're not going to go all the way. We'll just have to look at it and see. And it doesn't have to be a square unless we want it to. We'll see. Alright, let's get up close where we can see what it looks like so we'll know where we want it. Okay, the house is good. The field would come down and go up here. There'd be plenty of room between the two. Alright. Let's fix it. We could even make let me see. Let me pick a round brush. See if I can't get us a corner here that's rounded. That might be nice. And not just do it square. There we go. Round it out a little more. Alright, let's look at it. Get this side. Round it out some. Make it bigger than one side just to kind of change the shape. I think I want to take some of this away. Make it feel a little more of a different shape. Something like so. I think that'll work. And then we might take some of that off because we're going to have a road. There we go. Let's have a look. I think that's alright. Then the field comes down. It goes up and around. We can always smooth it or whatever else we need to do. Okay, so we gotta click back. If we need to curve this some more to bring it to the corner here. It really just depends how we want to do it. We need a road over here, so I'm trying to keep the room for the road. We're going to have grass, trees. Some of this forest might come up a little closer. But there's going to be a road. So we're going to have to put this road over here. We ain't going to make it perfect, but you get the point. We're going to have a road. It's going to start going dirt road stuff. Or some of this may be dirt road too. Some of it's not going to be though. It'll be paved later. And we may cut down on some of that, but this is going to turn to what my point is and come up to the house. So we'll have all that situated. It's not perfect right now. It's just an idea. Alright, and we're a little close to this, so we're going to bring that back some. Let's get this put on the round one and start curving, but a lot sooner. Right there. We're going to take this little corner off up there too. There we go. Something like that. We may even actually have to go more because it looks like we gotta have to bring that road over some. So there we go. Let's put it back on the square and bring this. Whoop, click on the right one. Bring it on out. There we go. We'll have to fix it if it ain't right, but not right now. Alright, so that's not too bad. Now this goes way down, so that's going to be weird to have a house up there. We would definitely have to change the shapes. I'm thinking I would put a house more over this way. Maybe over here. We would obviously change the ground some. Cause see how it looks? It's just like all over the place. And remember, we may have to make this go further over. Let's just do a little bit. Let's see. Let's put a house here. Roughly speaking. Let me see how big this is. Okay. Alright, well, let's go up a little. Cause, you know, cause some houses are different, so. Alright, and then we're gonna grab this. And we're just gonna probably make one like so. And then just come this way. And this way. We'll have to check the ground. There we go. And this side's gonna have to be adjusted as well. But we can also put a field here, a strip or something. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Turn that off. Alright. Okay. I'm trying to get over here. We may have to adjust it, but if it's too wide, but we'll see. Some of this is going to be lifted, or at least has something I have to be done to it because it's too steep here, obviously. But remember, we're going to be bringing this road up, so maybe we should just go ahead and bring it out. Let me see. Let's just go ahead and bring the road over some more. Just a little. We'll bring it back a little. We're going to smooth it, so don't panic. Alright. Alrighty. Get it nicely smooth out. That way we're getting it away from the road a little so it feels like it can do right. And we're going to have to adjust that a little. Alrighty. Let's get close so we can see. Alright. So it's not terrible, but we could pull that down here and not go up that hill. Let's do that. Let's grab this here, put it on the round brush, and let's just say, you're not going up there. Roll down and curve it right here, like so. I think that'll work. There we go. Okay, it's not wanting to work. There we go. So now when you come over here, you're not really going to have to go up the hill. But you still got a decent field. That's good. Alright. And then we could bring the woods on up here, which would make it look nicer, I think. Let's go on and bring the woods up here further. And there'll be like a trail. This is good because it's a woods on top of this big hill. And we'll put like what some of this ain't going to be woods. We may put little things inside there. We're actually a little too close to that field. Alright, let's back off a little. I don't want to be that close. I like to have room. Let's fix it. There we go. Now it makes better sense. Alright. Hit save. Just trying to get a little bit more done, and then I'm going to be putting in the houses, the decorations, you know, all that stuff. Then we'll make sure the fields actually get put in, not just painted. And then we'll worry about all the extra other little things. I already did most of the XML stuff. I probably got a few more things to do, but for the most part, I gotta fix this. Okay, the keyboard's being a pain. Sorry about that if y'all getting dizzy. I gotta fix this. I guess we could do that, but I hate to do it all on this episode. Basically, I gotta lower that. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna go. Let me hit Control R so we can get a reference. Okay, it's 43, so let me go to 40 and just see what it looks like. Okay. Now let me go close so I can see. Okay, ain't too bad. So it's not very low. I just need it low enough to go where when you look over, you don't see the edge. That's all I'm looking for. So actually that's pretty close. Let me see how close that gets us. I think that pretty much takes it away, don't it? I just would have to bring it all the way back. And you'd basically be able to swim about that edge of the map. You can kind of barely see it. Let me come on down to the actual ground. Pretend like I'm standing here. I mean, if you ain't gonna see it too much. I mean, I don't see it like the line, so I think that's good enough. But basically, I gotta go all the way around the map like that to make it look like there's not a line sitting there. Just do it like that, and just go around. And we still gotta fix, you know, any of the cliff-looking parts and things and all that good stuff. So, still work to be done. But basically, it gets rid of that, so you can't tell that it's something there. It's just a nice way of doing the edge. Or at least I'm trying to do it this way. We'll see how it turns out. I had wanted it to be where they could walk kind of in the water, but it'd be better for them to swim in the water. If I don't put the boundary up here, then you're not going to get to. You're not going in the water. If you don't get to go, I'm sorry. We ain't gonna do it all, but at least we know now 40 is gonna be where we do it. So 40 is gonna be it. We gotta bring this down, or we're gonna take too much away, which really doesn't matter because it's not final anyway. So if we take something away that we didn't, it's not that big a deal. But we're just trying to get it all cleaned up. See? Now it looks like it just hit the wall there. Cliffs where the water meets. And then you don't have this little ledge here. This isn't a beach anyway. The beach is somewhere else, so it's not that big a deal. This is more of a cliffside. And we've not painted any rocks there right now. I haven't decided on what to paint there. I'm not a big fan of the rock design that they have, the texture. So I don't know. I may mix it up with a bunch of them. We'll just have to see. I mean, you can tell, see how it just, I don't know, there's something about it. When you look at it, it depends on how you're looking at it, I guess. But I'll just bring this right on around. Well, I'm flipping y'all all upside down and everywhere. Everybody's dizzy. Alrighty. Go ahead and smash that like button. If you like this episode, I appreciate everybody. We'll just jump around. We ain't gonna do it all. We're just gonna do a little more. We'll get some of it later. As you can see, looks like we already kind of had that level over there. So we're gonna adjust all that. Don't worry about that. And this is not gonna be seen right here because of how I set it up, and I wanted it to do that so it looked like the water was there. But you'd have to come down to see it because you're not gonna be up there. I'm gonna block you from getting behind there. It's best you're gonna see is a certain level where if I let you see here, I'm not gonna let you go any further to where you can see, oh, there's line or some problem. You're just gonna see that it's like, whoa, that goes back off up there. It's water going that way. There's an iceberg, that kind of thing. There's a little bit of, I still gotta do the water like I said. I just have not had time and everything else has been going on, so I haven't redone it in Blender. I need to do it, but I'm not too worried about it. This is just here temporary till I actually get it finished. This is just showing me where the water's gonna go anyway. But basically, if you was walking here, when you looked, we would have it stop you before you could see any kind of edging. So anything that would be of an edge, we won't be able to see it. So, but technically that wasn't really an issue right there. There we go. So you would know that there's some sort of edge back here, because I'm not going to let you know. Then you won't be able to tell there because it's going to be curved. And then you're going to say, wow. You might not even can run there because we'll see. Alright, let's get on out of this. We're stuck. Alright, so we got a little bit of that done. That's kind of nice. We ain't going to do it all right now. Okay, we're just really going wild today. There we go. Maybe we should do this part right here. Just where we've been working. And just go along like that. There we go. And if we have to, we can drop it a little lower if we can see it. Just as long as we can't see it, that's all that matters. And right off down there. Make sure it comes on there. There we go. See? And now we can say, oh, we didn't finish it. We gotta fix this a little bit. We may have to drop it down just a hair bit more, but we'll see. Drop all that off. Right there. Alright. Because we can kind of still see that line. But it's only from certain angles. So we may have to just, some of it's not completely down. There we go. We may have to drop it another couple on the numbers, but for the most part, if you walk right here, you're not going to see it. You're just going to say, oh, it's a ledge. We're going to try to make it jagged if we can, a little bit more. But anyway, we kind of got a lot done. I don't want to make the video crazy long. We're going to lift this up a little bit in this valley, I think. Just a little. Fix this a little better later on. But I think we got enough done for one video. I don't want to go crazy, go too far. But I think that's pretty good. We did this, did all that, and we already had that one, but we adjusted it, so we're getting somewhere. But anyway, I'm gonna call that a video here, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.